Welcome to Entrepreneur SOS, where we help business owners navigate the often complex world of entrepreneurship. Each week, we share expert advice or real-life experiences from successful entrepreneurs who have faced and overcome the challenges of building a business. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your business to the next level, this podcast is designed to help you. So join us each week and let's grow your business together. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave a review. It helps us to reach more entrepreneurs just like you. And this week will be our season 1 final episode. We will be coming back to you for season 2 on September 5th. So to wrap up season 1, this week's episode, we're going to talk about the lessons we've learned from starting a new podcast.
It's been great.
It has been so much fun. So that's lesson 1, just so you know. Do it because it's fun. It's super fun. If you love talking to people and you just like having conversations, this is so much fun to do.
And if I can say to that, I had never thought about doing a podcast. I never. And I'm like, yeah, I'm open, whatever, we'll see. And I had no idea how much I enjoy this. In fact, I'm kind of sad that we're not going to be doing it over the summer because I really enjoy it. Do I enjoy every single aspect of it? No. But it's like everything in life, right? But the actual recording and the talking and the sharing and learning from the guests that we've had, I absolutely love it. So if you've been reluctant and on the fence and not sure, give it a whirl.
I agree. I absolutely agree. This has been such a fun experience. I've learned so much. And I learned that I truly do love learning and talking to people and hearing their experiences. That was one thing. I always thought I was a little bit antisocial. It turns out I'm not if I find things are really interesting. And we've learned so many nuggets. It makes me think of the big picture of just how connected we all really are in so many ways, and how as humans, we can take our human experiences and just be able to share and help other people in life, in business. And so this has been such a great experience for me. And I'm so glad that we're doing it together. Yeah. Unlike Sandy, I have wanted to do a podcast for a really long time. I always felt like I was supposed to be on radio. So I love it. I think it's just super fun. And I love talking and learning. And it's helped me with my life. It's helped me reflect a lot on my life. Some of these times you're like, oh, like mic drop moments. Do you have a favorite mic drop moment from the season?
Yes, I do. And I'm drawing a blank. I do actually have one. There was one where I was like, oh my gosh, but I'm literally drawing a blank. So I'll have to think about it and get back on that one. But there have been definitely quite a few. The introvert that I am, I like that I can do it from my home and still reach a lot of people. And the one piece of advice I would give you, because I was like, we're doing this, Entrepreneurs SOS, there's so much out there. There is so much out there. There's so much out there in every subject, but they're not you. They're not your spin on it. They're not what you're going to give to the world. There may be 15,000 cooking channels, but they're not Monique's cooking channel or whoever's, right? So don't think that your subject or your topic is out there already a million times. It doesn't matter because it's not yours.
Yeah. If you love talking about something, if you love talking about business, or you love talking about mushrooms or kombucha, or maybe you want to talk about exercise, your individual voice matters in this world, and know that. And also know that, in my opinion, don't try to be something that you're not on this podcast. I think at first we were a little buttoned up. Like for me in the beginning, I didn't feel as loosey-goosey. I felt like, oh, I got to put on perfect makeup and I got to wear a cute shirt. And now I'm like, I got to slap something on my face and maybe I should put my hair. Oh, it's been in a ponytail. It's fine. I put on a sweatshirt. I feel like I'm just getting more comfortable in the situation and realizing, you know what, just be who you are. Like some people love you, some people weren't. Like we were a little bit more scripted in the beginning. Now we're way more conversational. We just let things fly. I feel like you learn as you go and you evolve. I mean, if you listen to like our first episode, it was horrible. It was not good. It was not good. We were I felt like buttoned up, right? And we're way more conversational and loosey-goosey now.
But I like that though, because it really shows that we grew. We
Yeah.
went in there not knowing what we're doing, and we just took it, and I don't think it was horrible. I think that's where we were at. We started it, we didn't know what we were doing. Do we still know what we were doing half the time? No, but
No.
that's fine. It's all good. And the other thing that I learned that I absolutely love from one of our guests, and I'm actually a little proud about it. She said there's a thing called pod fade.
Oh yeah.
The
I
average
think about that a lot,
podcast
Sandy.
is only 9 episodes.
No, I think it was 7.
Or 7. You're right. It was 7 episodes. And we're like, oh, well, we're way past that. And I have no intentions at this time of stopping. Now, granted, we're taking a break for the summer just because we have a lot of stuff going on and everything, but I am already looking forward to season 2.
We're already putting guests for season 2. I'm like, hey, I can do this. We can do this. We can do that. We're all masterminding to bring you even better stuff for season 2. But we do think it's important. Like you said, you see all these influencers and they're just pumping them out every week. Well, y'all have to understand they're on interviews and stuff, and they're pulling a lot of their content sometimes from those speeches, from those interviews. They're not actually sometimes on the mic. I mean, they're not Joe Rogan. Like, I give hats off to Joe Rogan. That guy is nuts, is crazy, whacked out a little bit that he is doing those interviews live. Like, he is committed to his show. It's okay to take a break. Like, maybe you say, you know what, I'm going to do 10 episodes and then I'm going to take a month or 2 off and then I'm going to do season 2. That was the other thing I loved about what she said. There's no rules.
Right.
You can take a break. It's okay. And for Sandy, that was for us, that was a big lesson because her and I are wired never to take a break.
Exactly. And I was first a little bit like, really? But the other thing that she said is one episode can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. And we've had 40 minutes episode and we've had 12-minute episodes. Exactly. So there's no right or wrong and good or bad, and just go with the flow. And some will be more interesting than others. But then again, it's for the audience, right? It's not about us. It's about our listeners or our viewers on YouTube. And some people may find this interesting. Other people may find this interesting. That's also been a learning curve for me. It doesn't have to be just so honed in and so specific. It can be pretty broad because there's a lot of people out there with a lot of different interests.
Exactly. That was something else that I really took away is don't be so rigid. Don't be so rigid in what you're doing, and know that you can go with flow and it's okay to pivot. We've had a lot of diversity in our guests, and we've really been open to that because we feel like in business, there's so many facets to business that we just don't have to talk about apps or how to get leads or how to make money. There's a lot of different facets. It could be about money. It could be about relationships. It could be about communication. Business reflects life in so many ways. And so I realized we're not really just a business podcast. We are a life business podcast, in my opinion, because we talk about the full spectrum of business and how it reflects our life. And I think that comes because Sandy and I are very reflectful people. So we do a lot of contemplation. I think our podcast morphed in to something that allowed people to tap into and be able to find something that connected with them. The one thing I have to say about that is also don't look at the numbers.
No.
At first I was like, oh, we're not getting that many. But then I'm like, you know what? That's okay. We're brand new. And I feel like I am actually really happy with the amount of downloads we've had, the amount of people that have come to us and said, hey, I really like your podcast. And people I don't even know that have commented on posts like, I'm binge watching your podcast. And I'm like, oh my God, we're really touching people's lives. So just know that you don't ever know whose life you're going to touch with your content.
And it only takes that one person, right? It takes only one person to really touch, and making it about them and what you can put out there. For me, like Monique just said, I've also received some really nice messages from people, friends on Facebook that I don't really know, but know of, or especially because I'm connected to many people in the equestrian world, and some really nice feedback. It's really just, it confirms the fact that even though the numbers may not be reflective of, there's hundreds or whatever, but it is reaching people, and it maybe only has to reach one or two. If you've only touched one or two people, I feel like the job is done. And when you
Exactly.
look at Alex Hermosi, I mean,
Yeah.
he was a regular podcaster 5 years until it
5
really,
Yeah.
5 years regular. So we've only been doing it one season, but we've only done one season. And I'm super happy. I feel so good about wrapping up season one and all the lessons I've learned and the people we've touched. And like you said, I do love the fact that we're doing it together.
Yeah. If you're afraid to do it, like find a partner, find someone that you want to do it. And one thing that I will say that Sandy and I have a lot of benefit to is we can split the work. So you do need to know that there is some time involved in this, and we can split the work. I've learned a lot of things, like just little nuggets of, oh, I'm going to be honest, like I wasn't putting metadata in our download. I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Now I'm doing that. I didn't scold myself. I'm like, okay, this is a learning curve. Like season one, it's fine. You're learning. So go out there, do a little research, listen to some podcasters, check out people that we've talked to about podcasting. Becca's a great resource.
Yes, Becca Johnson.
Yeah, she's great. And just know that you're not going to be perfect. This was really the epitome of progress over perfection. When you hear that, we have started at ground zero. We were like, okay, we got a mic and some earphones. Let's just roll with it. And now we're like, oh, we're understanding editing better. We learned how to make clips. We learned like things like metadata. We're learning what really works for us and what doesn't work for us on the podcast. Like, did we love that episode? Did we love how it went? We're reflective of it. So know that and be a part of that process and let it form. Like anything, what did they say? Like 100 hours and you're an expert or something. Yeah. I mean, we got a long way to go yet. So just saying.
I don't believe we're ever experts because I think it's always evolving, but I do love the journey and I actually love watching the progress. And the other thing that I learned from listening, because I listen to every episode as well, because it gives me feedback on how to change my showing up on the podcast and how to change my verbiage, and just gives good feedback. So I listen to every single one and I've loved seeing how it's changed and progressed. It's so fun.
It's just a great evolution. It really is. We've evolved as speakers. We've evolved as humans. We've evolved in just what we've learned. The one thing I will say is we'd love to be on more podcasts. That's like our next goal, is to try to book ourselves on podcasts, just to expand our network, find new guests, things like that. Really just be open to wherever it takes you. When I first started this, and Sandy knows, I was in a place where I had lost a lot of confidence due to some failures in my life. And this really helped me to build that back up just by being consistent and committed to something and having fun with something. Reminded me it's okay to be in a process and it's okay not to be perfect.
Absolutely. That's a great point. It's given me a lot of confidence to just how to show up, and it's okay not being perfect and not trying to be somebody else, but just being you. There's people that are going to love you and there's people that are not going to love you. You can't please them all, but you're going to reach those people that you need to reach. So thank you so much. See you on the 5th of September, 2023. And it's been a great journey.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave us a review and share this with your friends and let them know that they definitely want to check out season 2, because we got some really, really, really cool guests in our head already planned out. I have a couple of things that I want to talk to Sandy about that are a little bit more fun. So, all right. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys. Have an amazing summer.
Enjoy whatever you're doing. Beach, mountains, Europe. Have a great summer.